This is Bailey Pickle, and my special topic presentation today was on the NMPA, otherwise known as the National Music Publishers Association. So the first slide that I have here is saying that we need a background in the information that the NMPA uses in order to understand it better. And what I'm going to go into talking about right now is licensing. So in order to understand the NMPA to its full potential, there should be a refresher on the topics in class first to make sure that there are no misconceptions. Music publishers are essentially songwriting promoters. They make the interactions happen that lead to songwriters and artists pairing up. Music publishers trial play songs for record labels, movies, television producers, and others who use music, then license the right to use it. Then this next slide that I have here is just to show the different licenses that a publisher can give out for specific rights of music usage. So the first one is mechanical reproduction, which is just a phonocopy. And the second one is public performance licenses, music broadcasts on the radio, satellite, and at venues and other public places. And that's usually handled by ASCAP, BMI, or CSAC. And then synchronization licenses are usually music used in film, television commercials, music videos, and other things. And then folio licenses, music published in written from as lyrics from music notation, either as bound music folios or online lyric tablature websites. Publishers enter into direct licenses with users. So these are all things that publishers do. And then what is the NMPA? The NMPA, the National Music Publishers Association, is an organization that was established in order to present all American music publishers and their songwriting associates. So they've been going for more than a century, and they've been promoting and advancing the interest of music creators ever since then. So what's the goal here? The goal for the NMPA should be thought of as them being the voice of the official advocate for all music publishers wherever music publishers do business. And the goal is to propose for the NMPA to protect its members' property rights on the legislative, litigation, and regulatory fronts, which are where the NMPA usually comes into play. When publishers run into these inevitable issues in the music industry, the NMPA comes in to help represent its members in negotiations to keep to shape the future of the music industry. The NMPA has remained to be one of the most active organizations in the industry in terms of the interest of music publishers, and it continues to be one of the only ones. The NMPA was a leading voice for music publishers in connection with the enactment of the Copyright Act of 1976 also, and has successfully advocated amendments to that act which are necessary to protect the interests of music copyright owners. Threats to the NMPA. Since the very first sound recording was recorded, the NMPA has grown and changed with the times. But we as a community progress, like with technology and everything that we have going on. And that affects the music industry. There are things that will be forever changing, just like the way of choice to listen to our favorite music, which in the past 10 years has changed about 3 or 4 times. It's widely known at this point that digital phonochords are the weapon of choice for most listeners today, like Spotify, Pandora, anything that you download. All of that is a digital phonorecord. And with that being said, the tasks of the NMPA have stayed the same, so they have to um, adapt to what's going on around them in order to do their job effectively. Um, the NMPA has even implemented a subdivision called the Anti-Piracy Task Force, which is specifically designed for the technological wave that we're going through right now. And why the NMPA? So without the NMPA, I'd say that the music industry and the way that deals are performed within it would be widely unfair for any individual in the industry. Nobody would be getting paid what they'd want to be paid or what they would be deserved to be paid, and there would be a lot more controversy between artists and songwriters, and the NMPA is basically a middleman for anything that needs to get done, a facilitator that will find out what needs to be done and a deal and make sure that needs are getting met. It would make it get harder. It would make it harder to get compensation for works used in movies, television, anything really, entertainment wise, as well as actually setting up artists and songwriters to make the amazing projects that they do. This is one of the backbones of the music industry and is entirely essential to the copyrighted music industry. And these are my sites used.